So a couple of years ago, I was working with some market researchers. We were doing some strategic planning, and we broke away into separate groups to create a document that essentially listed things that we needed to do to move forward. The market researchers, who were a subsection of the group, came back with lots of reasons why, but not actually any whats or hows or anything but reasons why we needed to do these things, not what we needed to do. This is the why learner in action. I work a lot with data analysts, and they talk about they can't start with a why. They can't understand that anyone would want a why. No, you need to know what I'm talking about before I tell you why you want to know it. Actually, no, it's not true. Sometimes Simon Sinek gets it right. You have to start with why. If you've ever watched an American television program where they do and after the break, the thing that will change your life, that's a why frame. As much as it is and what happened next will knock your socks off. All of that stuff that we see on the internet that causes you to hit a link, that's a why frame. And the why learner is the master of the why frame. Let's find out about the why learner so that you can make sure that you can work in a room. Just to orient you in the program, we are, of course, presenting with presence. We've been looking at Bernice McCarthy's 4-quadrant model, which is called the number 4 format. It's a 4-quadrant model of 4 different learning styles that essentially becomes a cycle for presenting, and especially in this case, a cycle for preparing to present. So today we're going to look at those 4 approaches. So this video will look at the why learner. And then there will be other videos for each of the other 3 types: what, how, what if. So the why learner, if you have ever alienated a group or felt that somehow they were not warm towards you, then often this can be because the why learners in the group are not happy. With why learning, let me give you some ideas. So the why learners, they're all about connection. One of the things that you can do when you're preparing is make sure that you use and learn to know people's names. So if you're doing an all-day seminar, make sure you learn people's names. If you're doing a program that you might have 5 minutes to present to Exco, make sure you know who everybody is and what their background is. Speak out of turn and mishonour their place in the group, and you can find it more difficult to put across your information. With why learners, you also need to bring in their experience of what they've already have. You're giving them a reason why, and you're giving the whole group a reason why to pay attention. Part of that will be, remember, sometimes this happened to you in the past, and in the future that won't happen again, will it, if you use this method? Make sure you use story if you can. Stories, case studies, examples, especially where those case studies and examples tell us about stuff that happened in the past that will no longer happen when we follow your method. The other thing that's really important for why learners, if you can do it, is to have real life case studies, examples or stories, things that happened in their workplace that you can refer to. You know, the time when production stopped last week because Jenny dropped a cap into the machine. Whenever I'm preparing for something and have enough time to do this, and it depends on how long your presentation is, if you can do a day in the life or an hour in the life, go and sit with them and work out what it is that they do so that you can actually have real life case studies. They will know that you took the time. The number of times that clients have said to me, you're the first person to have actually sat in our factory with us and watched it happen. You're the first person to come on the floor and see how we actually sell aluminium to tradespeople. You're the first person, and that shouldn't be the case. Why learners are not the only people who need love, but when you give people a why frame, when you give them that why frame, when you give them case studies that are real, stories and case studies that are happen in the real person. A promise of what they can have and a promise about what they will no longer have to deal with when you connect with them personally. That's a fantastic opening. And it could take 20 seconds. So that's about the why learner, and is specifically about how you present a why frame, how you prepare a why frame. On Thursday, we'll have a live Q&A. Please bring your questions. Please bring people you know and go, I think this person's a why learner because. Please bring, I think I'm a why learner because, whatever it is. We're going to move on in the next video to the what learner and preparing the what frame, which is one of the 4 approaches. See you soon.